guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, this School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spotlight, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2018 season. So, kicked off on Monday with this brand new team, inspired by your good selves, suggestions from you, and had two really good games. So we're going to continue on with these games today. Hopefully we can continue on our success that we had from Monday, but we got to feature a lot of the pledge aspects of the team on Monday, which was really nice because it was one of the main things that we kind of put together this team around that Charizard and the Venusaur. I did discuss the kind of drawbacks of that combination. Unlike Rain, you know, that's like, and Sand, it has that auto mode, you know, it's like manual setup where you have to Mega Evolve to get the Sun to access the Chlorophyll boost on Venusaur, which is a bit problematic. But we've got enough support on the team, I feel, that we can kind of get around it. So hopefully we can show off a few more aspects of the team today. But we are up against our first opponent, Kira from Spain, and they are running a team of Politoed, Ludicolo, Metagross, Tapu Lele, Zapdos, and Landorus Therian. Don't know why I paused there. So we've got that kind of really common Metagross, Lele, Zapdos, Landorus core there, but we've got tagged on a Rain core in Politoed, Ludicolo, which gives another kind of dimension to this team. We've got Tailwind support from the Zapdos. It's going to have Roost, probably Tailwind, probably got Heat Wave. It might have Hidden Power Ice. We'll have to scout for that, just in case for our Landorus that we've got there. We've got the Tapu Lele for terrain control, with the Metagross. Intimidate support from the Landorus, we know the role there, and then the Rain mode, which could be a little bit problematic, but at the same time, we don't mind it too much. Now, do we leave Charizard in the back? Oh, nah, I think we bring Charizard up front, and we bring it. We bring, for sure, we bring it. I think I am going to bring Cresselia to this matchup, as well as, do I want Landorus, or do I want Coco, or do I want Incineroar? Probably want Incineroar, just for that fake out support. This is going to be a little bit tough because I can't imagine my opponent leading with the Rain. I can imagine them bringing the Rain, and if they do, they're going to have it in the back. So it's going to be the problem that we're facing right now is we need to Mega Evolve turn 1 to get the Chlorophyll kind of going with Venusaur. But you kind of, if suspecting that there's a Politoed or a Pelipper in the back, you kind of hold off Mega Evolving, protect turn 1, so you Mega Evolve the turn that they're trying to switch in. But we can't really do that with Venusaur, which makes it a little bit awkward. So we see Tapu Lele, and we see Metagross come out for my opponent. But we've got decent switch-ins in the back. This is the thing, we've got decent-ish switch-ins. So I am just going to Mega Evolve. Man, it's lagging a little bit, isn't it? Come on. There we go, okay. Like a good Mega Evolve, not protect with Charizard and just Heat Wave, and just protect Venusaur. Because Venusaur's the likely target. Charizard will be able to take anything from this Metagross, but it's whether my opponent wants to if they double into the Charizard, then it's game over, and I don't really feel like taking such a big risk right now, so I'm just gonna Mega Evolve double protect. Okay, so we're going to Mega Evolve. I don't think the Metagross is Mega Evolving though. So Venusaur just protecting. Charizard protecting. Tapu Lele Psychic. Metagross then Headbutt. Okay. Okay. That could be Scoffed Lele. I'm gonna Fire Pledge into the Metagross and I'm just gonna Z-move into the Lele. The problem is here though is if the Metagross, the Lele switches out into like Politoed, then the Metagross gets a free Zen Headbutt onto the Charizard. But no switches, no protects. Okay. And I'm running max modest Venusaur because I didn't want to be in a situation like I could have run bulkier Venusaur just to get the creep on things like Manectric, I guess, in the sun, but I didn't want to ever fall into that situation where I couldn't get the jump on Scarf Tapu Lele. That was like a big important thing in putting this team together, and especially the Venusaur. So we get that Z move off, we nuke Lele, and get the Fire Pledge into the Metagross. Still not Mega Evolving. I wonder if this is the time, if that Politoed is in the back, if we see it come in now. My opponent may not have even brought the Rain mod, because it's not great against Sun. But it causes enough of a problem if you kind of use it well. I still think it's got good utility. But they may have just opted for the Zapdos Landorus call. But we'll see. Just waiting. Don't know why it's taking so long. Everything. I don't think it's just my opponent. I think the whole, like, everything Wi-Fi, it feels like it's taken forever. But whatever happens, we've got the option this next turn to go Fire Pledge, Grass Pledge into the Metagross. And like, it doesn't matter what comes in on that slot, it will go down. Like Landorus, Zapdos. Like, they might... Ah, it's the Politoed. Okay. So we can take that out of contention. The rain has arrived. Okay. So, let's pull in Cresselia and let's just protect Venusaur. Yeah. I wonder if the Metagross Mega Evolves this turn. Whatever my opponent throws out, like in that Cresselia slot, we'll be able to take Helping Hand from the Politoed. Probably a Zen Headbutt into that slot, maybe? No, into the Venusaur. Okay. Metagross just not wanting to entertain Mega Evolving. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to Calm Mind with Cresselia and I'm going to switch in Incineroar. Do I want to? Do I want to switch in Charizard in that slot? No, I think, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll switch in Incineroar. Like, the only thing that's kind of putting me off a little bit is the fact that I'm not going to get the Intimidate onto the Metagross. Which is a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. So this is in head, but it doesn't affect the Incineroar. We get the Calm Mind up with Cresselia. We'll see what this Politoed is going to go for. Maybe an Ice Beam into that Incineroar slot. Scald into Cresselia. Yeah. And getting the burn. Ha! Which is a little bit frustrating, but like I said, it's not the end of the world. I feel like it's pointless just Icy Winding as well, but I'm going to switch Incineroar out and I'm going to bring in Charizard. No, not for Cresselia. I'm going to attack with Cresselia. I'm just going to Icy Wind. Yeah. Because I can't imagine my opponent wanting to go for a Zen Headbutt into that Incineroar slot. It's likely if it's got it, it's going to go for a Stomp and Tantrum into that slot. Or maybe we see a Protect there just to kind of get around the Fake Out that's potentially coming out. Want this Metagross to Mega Evolve. Finally! Excellent! Get rid of that clear body. No more Mega Metagross. Stomping Tantrum. Okay, that's great. Has failed though, so if he goes for a Stomping the next turn, he's going to double in power. Which isn't great. What are we going to see? Scald? Yeah. But we're in a pretty nice position now because what I was gonna say was Charizard will outspeed that Metagross now, but connection lost. So I don't know whether my opponent disconnected or if it was just a glitchy internet, but that was pretty frustrating. And like the next turn, we're sitting like in a really good position because we can fire off another Icy Wind, and the Politoed probably has to switch out. So we could just Heat Wave there, and that would deal with the Metagross if it didn't protect, and it would just chunk whatever was coming in on that Politoed slot. We'd still have the Incineroar to cycle in for the Intimidates as well, for that Metagross, so yeah, I think we would have been alright, but a bit unfortunate. Anyway, we've got our next opponent, Pietrofiro, and they're running a team, a very interesting team, especially with that Smeargle. So Smeargle, Tapu Lele, Charizard, Landorus, Snorlax, and Cresselia. Right, so we've got a Trick Room mode of the team, definitely with that Cresselia supporting that Snorlax, which is the big threat there. The terrain control is going to be from the Finny. Is it going to be Specs? It's probably not. It's probably a Calm Mind variant in this sort of build. You've got to imagine Fake Out support from the Smeargle. It's going to have Follow Me likely as well. How are we going to lead off against this? I feel like Cresselia could be quite good here in this match for sure, definitely. We probably want double Intimidate though from our end. Let's go Incineroar, Charizard, Cresselia, and do we want Venusaur? Like, Venusaur could be quite good here if we can get around the misty terrain, because the Sleep Powder could be quite useful. And also the Grass Pledge is going to be a huge asset if we can get it onto something like the Snorlax. I feel like this could be quite tough though. I'm going to see Smeargle and Snorlax come out for my opponent. We'll have the Incineroar and the Charizard. So we'll get that all-important Intimidate onto the Snorlax. Okay. I'm just going to Fake Out the Snorlax and I'm just going to Mega Evolve and Heat Wave. just to start the damage rolling. We'll probably just exchange fake outs here, you've got to imagine. Fake out into Incineroar. Okay. Heat Wave. Avoids the Snorlax, which isn't ideal. Do hit the Smeargle. There's a belly drum. Snorlax just not hanging around at all. Huh. I'll proc that berry. What do I do? I don't want to lose. I really don't want to lose. Incineroar. I'm going to go for a U-turn and I'm just going to protect Charizard here. Because like the Smeargle could follow me or go for a Spore into that Charizard slot. Probably likely follow me. Snorlax actually protects. The Spore coming out into the Charizard. Okay. This works out alright. So we get rid of the Smeargle. Let's get Venusaur in. What are you gonna see? Landorus, yeah, that makes sense. Like one play I could make is go Sleep Powder into the Snorlax. Actually, you know what? No. Probably better off doing that. Sleep Powder into the Snorlax and then get Incineroar in and hope our Sleep Powder hits. Come on Venusaur, get those goggles on. Oh! Okay, Rock Slide. Oh, not good. Where's it into? Okay. Does the Snorlax protect here? I feel like when I Grass Pledge and Fire Pledge into the Landorus, I feel like the Snorlax protects here. No, protect! Okay, so we're going to lose Charizard for sure. But we take down the... We don't even take down the Landorus. Oh my god. Like, we'll take the Rock Slide, but... I would have thought from the threat of the Sleep Powder, you would protect to get a Rock Slide off. Okay. It's obviously Assault Vest Lando. I mean, all I can do really is protect. I don't think we can win this now, to be honest. Yeah, Landorus switching out. Cresselia coming in. The sun's going to run out as well. Yeah. I mean, my opponent just protects Snorlax Trick Rooms now. We can Heat Wave, hope for a burn on the Snorlax. No protect. Snorlax avoids. Yeah, it's done. That is it. And Trick Room's going to come out, and that is going to be it, I think. Yeah. There's not a lot we can do, I don't think. There's no way we take two returns. I don't even think we... yeah, Helping Hand. So, yeah. I mean, the annoying thing is we had clear opportunities where we could have went into the Snorlax. We also had a little bit, like, if our Sleep Powder had hit when we went for it, that would have been a bit different. But... yeah, we had clear opportunities and just kind of guessing around protects when we shouldn't have really, but we should have just went for the Sleep Powder twice in a row. Charizard would have survived the Rock Slide like we saw, and then the next turn we could have just started attacking into it. So it was a bit a battle we definitely could have won. They're super frustrating, because you second guess yourself in a situation and. Yeah, but good game to my opponent. They played it to the point where they got the win, so no complaints there. We just got to be a bit more clinical. I think that's all it is. Take our opportunities when we've got them in front of us, and not second guess what my opponent's going to do. Just lock in what we need to do. Right, so we're going to have another game because we're like 23 minutes at the moment. So we've got time for one more, I think. We're going to have a Japanese player playing a team of Salamence, Raikou, Incineroar, Celesteela, Mimikyu, and Greninja. So, super interesting team, especially with that Raikou Greninja combination. Celesteela there as well, providing some ground immunity along with the Salamence, which is probably the Mega in this team. I wonder if the Mimikyu has a probably not a Trick Room variant, not on this team. Maybe though, you can never discount it. Right, what are we gonna do here? I think. Do we bring Coco? The electric terrain's not gonna be so much use. The Salamence puts a lot of pressure onto. I think we bring Cresselia here for sure. And maybe Incineroar as a lead. Oh, maybe Cresselia, Coco with Incineroar in the back. And do we bring Charizard as well? Yeah, I think that will work quite nice. I need to just forget about that last match. I'm like really annoyed at myself for making some of those plays. But yeah, I guess that's just what happens sometimes, and it's about kind of composing yourself afterwards to not let it affect you so much. So you just got to put it to one side, just move on. This is a completely different game And we've just got to trade like that. So, we see the Incineroar and the Greninja come out from my opponent. I think what I'm going to do is switch in Incineroar for Cresselia, and I'm just going to protect our Tapu Lele here. And we'll just scout out what my opponent wants to go for with this Greninja. We'll probably see a fake out from the Incineroar into Tapu Lele, yeah, and Greninja, don't know, might have a Dark type attack, might have a Poison type attack, might go for the double tap into Tapu Lele, Gunk Shot, there we go, and a knockoff from the Incineroar into the Cresselia, yeah, okay. Okay. I'm going to fake out the Incineroar. I imagine the Greninja to protect here. I'll switch. Yeah, there's the switch out from the Greninja. Salamence coming in. So we get a decent amount of damage onto the opposing Incineroar. Let's bring in Cresselia. Because hopefully that's enough to kind of put a little bit of pressure onto the Salamence to maybe force it to switch out. I think what I'll do as well, I'm going to U-turn into that Incineroar slot, and I'm gonna Icy Wind with Cresselia. Because it's likely that we get knocked off from that Incineroar if it stays in. But I can't imagine the Salamence wanting to stay in right now. Like, it's not going to want to take an Icy Wind. Salamence Mega Evolving. I wonder where it goes. Does it go for a double edge into the Incineroar maybe? Or Hyper Voice? Return to the Cresselia. Okay. I don't mind that too much because we get that free Icy Wind off. It's not doing so much, but any damage is good, isn't it? You get the U-turn. Let's bring in Coco. Because I do have Moonlight on Cresselia, so if we lose our berry, then it's not the end of the world. Ooh. Okay. So we could just Dazzle, or we could T-Ball into... I think what I'll do is T-Ball into Incineroar, and I'm gonna just Moonlight with Cresselia. Because the T-Ball from this range should take the Incineroar down. Salamence, you would hope, is a little bit scared of a Dazzling Gleam coming out from Tapu Lele, and maybe protects the switches. So that should hopefully give us some room to maybe get the Moonlight off. No protect from the Salamence. Do take the Incineroar down. And where's the Salamence? Going for a return. Getting rid of the Cresselia. Just smart. But we can get Incineroar in now. We can cycle and Intimidate onto that Salamence. And we've got the Fake Out support as well. Okay, so you see Mimikyu come in. I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. I'm not going to Fake Out. I'm going to do a U-turn with Incineroar into Mimikyu. Yeah. And the reason for this was that in case that Greninja comes in here, because if it's Dark type and it's not going to want to take a Dazzling Gleam, this will be super effective. Do good damage. Yeah, it takes a clean kill. Okay. I don't know if the crit mattered or not there, whether or not it survives. It may do. I don't know the calc, but fortunate for us if it did. Mimikyu going for a Z move. It's a Twinkle Tackle. So we're going to be snuggling forever with our little Mimikyu friend. Of course it's into the Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko sweating because it knows where it's about to go. So yeah, that is more than enough to take down Koko. We do lose it. We do U-turn out, which is quite nice because it's going to allow us to kind of get that Intimidate back onto the Mimikyu and onto the Salamence with that Fake Out support as well. So we know we've got the Salamence to face. Now do I Fake Out the Salamence or do I actually just double target into the Mimikyu? Because I don't know if a Heat Wave takes down the Mimikyu, but at the same time we're probably better off just Fake Out, playing it a bit safe, even if the Salamence protects you, and just Fake Out and just go for a Heat Wave. And we'll see what this Mimikyu has as well. It could have Sword Stance. That's something we need to be a bit wary of. And I guess that's something that we could have thought about, maybe why we should have possibly not faked out and just doubled into it here. Yeah, there's the Protect. Yeah, there's a Sword Stance. I kind of feared that. But it just puts it back on neutral. You know, it's not putting it to +2, so we're not at panic stations just yet. But it's still not going to be great. I think here we have to just Heat Wave and Flare Blitz into the Salamence, really. And just hope that Heat Wave doesn't miss, picks up the KO onto the Mimikyu, and then we can do enough to this Salamence to maybe... Like, Charizard and Incineroar will survive a return at -1 from the Salamence. Super easy. There's the return into the Charizard. Okay. Play rough. We take this. Yeah. Heat Wave. Oh, okay, we missed the Salamence. That's the one that we're really kind of wanting to hit. See what this Flare Blitz does in the sun. Should be doing good damage. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to risk the Heat Wave missing, so I'm going to Fire Pledge. Ah, that miss. Super annoying. Salamence roosting. Alright. It's just going to continue to roost, isn't it, really? We could knock off and heat wave. Problem with heat waving is the accuracy of it. We've already been like punished for it really, because if it had hit already, then it would, you know, just stalling the sun out as well here, playing it smart. I don't feel like there's much we can do really. I don't know if we'll have enough in the tank to like do this. Yeah, there's the sun gone, so there's our boosts. We're gonna have to really rely on like a heat wave burn, I think, here, and even then it's gonna be really difficult. Yeah, there's the roost. And obviously the knockoff's not going to be doing so much damage. Heat wave does connect. No burn. And the knockoff. Okay. We're kind of forcing him into having to roost though. And kind of then relying on a heat wave miss, really. So yeah. This is not what we wanted for the third game either. I wanted to kind of keep it around the 30-minute mark like we have been doing, nice and consistent, but I feel like this is just dragging. We're just going to get another roost. So I'll go for the double again. There it is. I could say a burn would be pretty huge for us if we can get a burn. There's a heat wave. Doesn't miss. No burn. I mean, I feel like we're just going to cycle this continually. Okay, so now we're protect there. I guess he's hoping for a heat wave miss, and that would be the thing that would get him like the room to kind of start attacking. But hopefully we don't have another one. Again, no burn. When does this end? When we miss heat wave, I guess that's when it ends. So there's another roost. Okay, so we don't miss again. Do we get a burn this time? Come on, burn, burn, burn. No burn. Crit knockoff? No. I'm playing with fire a little bit here. I feel like I should just go back to the fire pledge. It's not going to be doing as much damage, but it's way more reliable. We've not got the chance of burning, but at the same time, like, I don't want to get to the point where we just miss and then it's going to put us in a really like awkward position. Like, it's not doing the worst damage either, you know. And then you can only roost for so long, so we'll just keep tapping away. We're healthier on time as well, so protecting. Just trying to stall us out, really. If I can, guys, I will speed this up if this drags on forever, because it would be better just to, yeah, cut this a little bit shorter. So I might go back and do this just to cut it down so the video is not ridiculous length. We just need a crit. One crit. Come on, knockoff crit. That would be massive. Oh. Right, let's see. It's gonna roost. Just need a critical hit. With the knockoff, preferably. So we chip him down with the Fire Pledge. Like, he's creeping further and further up because of the less damage that we're doing with the Pledge. There's the crit, but it's still not enough. Salamence protects. So we get the crit that we want, but like, because the Pledge damage is less every turn than the Heat Wave damage, it's like the risk that you take, isn't it? Like, if we miss a Heat Wave, we kind of lose the game. But if we keep going with our Pledges, like a double crit would win us the game, pretty sure. So. Do we go for it? Let's try and end this. Either way, let's just go Heat Wave. Okay, this could be a little costly. But this could be as well, if our Heat Wave hits now. So it hits. We also could get a burn, which would be pretty huge like we keep saying, you know? The burns. The thing that we want. Come on. Oh, it's painful. There's the return. Into the Incineroar. Praying for that Heat Wave miss. But Charizard. Doing it for the team. Yes. Okay. My opponent just giving up there. At least we managed to kind of come through that one. Which was a lot better, so we finished on a win. But yeah, if we hadn't had that initial Heat Wave miss, then we wouldn't have had that situation at all. But that is the problem with Heat Wave sometimes, so it does happen, guys. We can't complain too much, but we've ended up on a win, so that's a little positive. We got to feature a lot more about the team today than we have done on Monday, so it's gone well. We'll be back with it on Friday to play with it a lot more. And I'm not going to drag this on too much longer, so I'm just going to say thank you so much for watching. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. What of today's games, the team in general, any suggestions that you have, or how you would change it, or any plays that you might have made differently today. I'd love to hear everything and anything that you have to say, so just drop me a comment down below and I will try my best to get back to you. We've got a stream tomorrow evening, 8 PM. We're playing viewer battles over on a Twitch channel. It'll be linked in the description below, on the YouTube banner as well. Come and join us, it'll be a lot of fun, and then we'll be back with the School of Hard Knocks, wrapping things up on Friday, ready to kind of kickstart next week with this team again. It's been a lot of fun, so I hope you've been enjoying it, guys, and we'll take it into another week and we'll see where we go. We might make some tweaks. If you've got any suggestions, do let me know, but we'll be back on Friday to finish off with a couple more battles. Maybe we get 3 in again, but until then, guys, take care of yourselves. Have an amazing evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is, and I will speak to you all very soon. So until then, guys, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye!